All right, let's get into WCW Monday Nitro, June 10th, 1996.
Yes!
Oh,
shit, he got a little funk on that tune.
Dude, that's how the song goes. That's the song.
But then it cuts into the guitars. It's good.
Oh, yeah, and then
the
whole intro.
Going,
and then they blow up the Ninja Turtles in the sewer for some reason. That sucks. The rat character must have got him. I don't know his name. The rat character is what I know him as.
Don.
Donatello.
Don the rat.
Big Don.
Donatello.
With a G? Dong the rat?
No, come on, you're being ridiculous. Well, before we talk about the Ninja Turtles some more and this episode of Nitro, let's talk about what was going on in the world of wrestling at the time with the Wrestling Observer newsletter. So we've talked about a little bit of this because just 2 weeks before this episode was, of course, the debut of Scott Hall in WCW. Yo. But I got some stuff here from the Observer, June 3rd, 96. In USWA news, you might like this one, James, I think. Dwayne Johnson, the son of Rocky, the boxer, debuted under the name Flex Cabana as a babyface teaming with Brian Christopher in a tag title match on television against Lawler and Bill Dundee. Dundee hit the ref for a DQ finish, saving the title. Cabana, who has only had about a half a dozen pro matches, was said to have shown a lot of potential. What do you think of this Flex Cabana?
Was his finish the $7 itch? Yeah.
Holy shit. Was that? I need to know. It's like, have you been prepping that one?
No, that was just off the top of the head.
I don't know how you would have known either. You don't see these before I read them.
Dude, how did you know The Rock had $7?
To his name? On the Indies?
Only. He's never said that ever. He's never told anyone that story.
USWA Indies?
Well, I mean, Jerry Lawler was definitely paying him indie rate. So
$7 to come wrestle, bro.
Little man.
Put that shit in my hand.
In ECW news, Paul Heyman, has been attempting to find a UFC fighter to come in and put Taz over since he's got Taz doing an Ultimate Fighter gimmick. One name that was brought up was Paul Varlins, since Varlins has interest in doing pro wrestling and will probably wrestle in Dallas shortly. So we've talked about this. We actually just watched it. Yeah, a month or so. We watched this, and we watched Paul Varlins fight in the UFC recently on the last UFC SGH. So it's just funny that this is that whole time period here where Paul Varlins was coming to get choked out by Taz
in a shoot fight.
Yeah, in a shoot fight, and they had a shoot referee too, I think, if I'm not mistaken. In WCW news, the Road Warriors officially quit on May 28th. It was the same problem that has been going on for a few weeks, where they heard what Nash and Hall were getting and thought they were in the same league, and management thought otherwise. So they quit.
You don't want to go to WWF. Cherish it. Cherish it for as long as you can.
Damn, Road Warriors and Vader go to WWF, and that sucks.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's a fucking shame. And it's all Nash and Hall's fault, I guess.
Yeah, you come pre Kevin Nash and Scott Hall before the big money contract, and you're like, fuck. We're locked into this shitty deal.
I mean, I can understand it, but obviously, with hindsight, knowing that it just didn't really work out for them there.
No. But they get with Heidenreich and Draws. That's kind of cool eventually. Those are not near each other in timeline, but those are cool.
Not even close at all.
But in my mind, that's the Road Warriors.
That's their highlights of their WWE.
What the fuck else
Draws
did they do, Tony?
Right? That's pretty good, yeah.
Well, I mean, it probably would have worked out better for them if they didn't do Demolition.
That's
because,
fucking true.
Yeah, they kind of just gave them their gimmick, right? So by the time they got there, it was like, don't we have these guys here already? No, that's Barry Darso, the Reaper Man.
That's kind of awesome. Let's keep him. Push him some more. Brian Pillman had a meeting with Vince McMahon on May 23rd and had a meeting set with Eric Bischoff on May 28th, but the meeting never took place. It was expected he'd make a decision as to which group he'd go with shortly. The betting line seems to be he's going to WWF, as he and WCW are far apart in money figures. He still wants to continue to do interviews in ECW and eventually build to doing one match with the fucking franchise, which apparently WWF was agreeable in letting him to do. But yeah, Brian Pillman leaving soon, and they show some Brian Pillman on this Nitro that we talk about, and they kind of
infamous Brian Pillman segment.
They kind of say fuck this guy on this show.
Right?
Yeah. From the Observer, June 10th, 1996. Striking back against the worked interpromotional angle started 1 week earlier by WCW on Nitro, Vince McMahon, in what appeared to be a prepared lawyer's statement, said on the June 3rd Raw show that Diesel and Razor Ramon were no longer part of the World Wrestling Federation, but that they intend to portray themselves as the stars they once were, and were participating in a ruse that they're still part of the WWF when they are under contract with a rival wrestling organization. It then encouraged fans to call their 900 number or log onto America Online for more details of the ruse perpetuated by Diesel and Razor Ramon. In addition, WWF released a legal letter sent to Scott Hall, which informed Hall they believed he was infringing on Titan's intellectual property rights by still portraying the Razor Ramon character in WCW, and that Titan would be withholding all future payments, as in like merch and shit and pay-per-view payoffs and shit, they owe Hall until the matter is settled. The WWF's online message stated, quote, in an effort to further blur the lines between Ted Turner's wrestling organization and the World Wrestling Federation, Scott Hall, portraying the World Wrestling Federation character Razor Ramon, recently appeared on World Championship Wrestling television programming. The World Wrestling Federation wants to make it clear that there is no agreement with the Turner organization, nor will there ever be. Therefore, the following letter was sent last week to Scott Hall in an effort to make him aware of the copyrights in which he and WCW infringed. And then it's like legit, like a long legal letter, dear Scott Hall, yada, 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 just saying he fucking should not be doing this. So this was how real they were taking this at the time. And I'm pretty sure there's a real lawsuit over this, right? Like, this goes to court.
I think it's dropped or whatever. I don't remember how.
I think it's dropped because Razor Ramon and Diesel are still on Raw.
Oh, shit, you're right. And
you can't tell Scott Hall not to go, Meng, it's me, Scott Hall.
I mean, that's what he says. The big Meng. I mean, that he is the big Meng and he is the medium-sized Meng. Your Honor, this case is settled. Throw it out.
We find the defendant guilty.
Yeah! Yes, I love that.
That's James Storm and Dusty Rhodes.
From the Observer, June 17th, 1996, the latest chapter of The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction Truth, Sometimes Is Fiction Saga, I know that sounds crazy, that's what Meltzer wrote here, of Brian Pillman, came on June 7th when he signed a 3-year contract to WWF. His contract with WCW expired on April 17th, 2 days after suffering a Humvee wreck near his home. Pillman had been negotiating with WWF and WCW in the interim, going back and forth between the sides. The belief was that WCW had the upper hand because Pillman had a large family and WWF's traditional non-guaranteed contracts made leaving WCW because of his family too hard of a financial risk, but he still goes to WWF anyway. And like, I am still fascinated by the fucking Brian Pillman WCW stuff. Like, they legit just let him out of his contract because he said it would be a good angle. And then he started telling him to.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot it was a whole angle. Wow.
I mean, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it worked. It was a good angle.
This would be a great angle. I'll go to ECW and then I'll come back. It'll be good. I promise.
Who are you going to wrestle in ECW, you think? You go to ECW wrestle like, you're going to wrestle Scorpio? That's probably good.
I'll wrestle a giant pencil.
All right, I guess you can go. In more WCW news, Meltzer says, I think they're going to keep the identity of the third member of the Nash and Hall team a secret until after the July 7th show. There are things that lead me, Meltzer says, to believe it may not be Lex Luger after all, which is a mistake. Rumors are flying it'll be Jeff Jarrett, since Vince McMahon on the WWF hotline brought up Jarrett's name with Diesel and Ramon as expecting him to join WCW. Jarrett gave notice to Titan and is working out his USWA deal. Or he gave notice, to USWA, and he is WCW bound. However, his WWF contract doesn't expire until the fall, so it probably won't be him. The WCW team will be Sting and Savage, and either Flair or Luger. So we're, this is still super early on here. No mention of Hogan, and he thinks Luger or Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett, the third man.
And what about Joe Gomez?
Dude.
So no Joe Gomez?
Joe Gomez would be fucking awesome. What about the Renegade? You ever guys consider that?
Well,
no?
that'd be good. Yeah,
I was thinking Jim Powers was joining.
Dude, I think what it should be is Nash and Hall, and they team with Jeff Jarrett, and they all dress like Elvis.
Holy shit, this guy's cooking.
And then they wrestle Cashmongus. And then they wrestle Cashmongus.
The kings of wrestling. That's good.
Yes. Yes.
He's done it again, folks. Mr. Observers, he's done it again.
Only you can keep this segment going. Please support. Tony, that's a good name. Kings of Wrestling. I like
that's
that.
Good. They'd be the first Kings of
I like
Wrestling.
that.
And the only
They
Kings
should
of
take the
Wrestling, for
victory
sure.
road.
Followed by a victory lap because it was so good. Yes.
Ah, yes. And they are bound for glory nonetheless.
Yes, EPWOndemand.com. Yes. Yes. Roku TV, yes.
Surprisingly, WCW drew its weakest rating on this show. So whatever
dude.
mainstream curiosity there was regarding Nash was meant nothing. That's what Meltzer says.
Thanks a lot,
That
DDP.
It's fucking DDP and Jim Powers, you bastards. Fucking wrestling on the show. And Mean Gene. Mean Gene really tanked the ratings by being on the show 17 times.
Lex
Well, I
Luger
mean,
was
I
going to be the
heard-
third man until he fucking tanked the ratings on this tag main event. Thanks a lot, pal.
Well, I heard the other tag, Nasties and Public Enemy, and I turned that shit off. I wasn't tuning in for that.
WWF news. This might actually fucking really hurt Tony. I'm sorry to tell you this. The
Don't.
stories about Sonny being the most downloaded celebrity are all hype.
No!
Meltzer says I saw.
Wow, he just broke like the sound barrier.
I mean, like, I've never heard you yell that loud. I'm fucking
That's
sorry,
all I
Tony.
had as a kid. It was the most downloaded diva in WWF history.
Tony, he says Meltzer saw a list of top 10 downloaded celebrities, and Sonny wasn't even on the list.
No! You're lying.
Who was?
Pam Anderson and Jenny McCarthy types. That's what he wrote. I didn't write
Types.
that. Type shit.
Type shit. I'm on that Jenny McCarthy type shit 96. Let's go.
Yeah, so Sonny not on the top downloaded celebrities, Tony. I know that's...
Well, they might have used her real name, That's why they didn't know what was
Oh, right. Tammy Lynn Bitch. That's the one I'm looking up.
going on. Wait, they would lie? Never. They would never lie.
Yeah.
You can't.
Well, at least you got Pamela Anderson.
Type shit.
Whoa.
Type shit.
Well, that is
I
it for the
understand.
Observer. Oh, please. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do too. And get it done.
Oh, yeah. Just get it done.
Somebody's got to get it done.
Well, that is it for the Observers. Now it's time to talk about Monday Nitro, June 10th, 1996.
All right. So we get the Nitro intro here with the four-corner pyro.
Yes, I mean, we get they're in the streets, there's fire, Hogan going, "Arr!"
Luger going, also.
They blow up the sewers. This must be the fucking Titans fucking attack in here. WWF trying to blow up Nitro, but they can't stop them. They can't stop them. And we're getting it rocking. Yeah, the pyro in the ring, pyro all over the place. Good God almighty. And it's Shivani and Larry Zbyszko at ringside. And coming up this Sunday, the Great American Bash 1996 on pay-per-view. Shivani and Zbyszko, of course, will be here for hour one. Bischoff and Bobby Heenan will join for hour two. And in hour two, heading into the Great American Bash, Arn Anderson and Ric Flair against a newcomer, Joe Gomez and the Renegade.
Yes.
Gotta
I'm
love
fucking-
those guys.
I'm super excited for the debut of Joe Gomez and the Renegade. I mean, like a formidable team. I'm sure they'll be right in there with the likes of the Public Enemy and the Nasty Boys. And I think Arn and Flair got something coming their way. You know, Gomez and Renegade, I don't know if you knew this, boys. Larry Zbyszko informs us are two Nitro-dites.
Huh?
You know what's crazy about this is that somehow WWF has the most southern sounding commentary compared to Nitros.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, that is. You think that was like, I was going to say, do you think it's a Bischoff thing? But I guess like after JR, it's like they just never really go back to that.
So we go to a pre-tape. Scott Hall approached Sting at the hour two commentary booth as Eric Bischoff was there and threw a toothpick at Sting and said, "Hey, fuck you."
He says, nobody tells me what to do. And Chico, nobody tells me what to do. Oh, that's good. He throws a toothpick at Sting. Sting slaps the shit out of him. Couple cops run up to get in between him, and Hall says, "Huh? Okay, tough guy. I got a big surprise for you. Big Meng. Kevin Nash is coming." What'd you say
week,
there?
Kevin Nash, and followed by Hulk Hogan, not Lex Luger.
Jeff Jarrett.
Our surprise buddy Jeff Jarrett's gonna carve you up.
Our surprise buddy. What was that last part?
So we go to the first match of the evening, which is Booker T versus Scott Steiner.
I was super excited for this. I said, wow, that's like a big fucking match. I know like 96, they're still tag team guys, but I was super excited.
That's a huge match because that's like on the last Nitro ever.
Holy shit, it is.
Yeah. Wow.
And there's like 40 more belts in that match than here.
Sadly, yes. And I think the Steiners are going into a pay-per-view match against Fire and Ice. I think that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
It shows the fans here as they make their entrance, and there's a dude going nuts for Booker T in a Trick cereal shirt.
Dude, I wrote that down too. Dude in crowd in a big red Trick shirt. Awesome.
Scott Steiner comes out, of course. He has the whole Steiner Brothers Get Up and theme song.
Dude,
Steiner line.
It's not Steiner line.
I know, but who cares?
In his heart, it is.
Dude, it's so funny because Sting is also on the show. I mean, Sting and the Steiners theme songs are identical to me. Like, I interchange them in my brain if I ever think of them because it's just the same tune. It might be sung by the same person, too.
Jimmy Hart.
Jimmy Hart, probably, right? Yeah.
Jimmy Hart was in the booth talking about Steiner Eyes.
Man called Sting. Oh, hell yeah, Jimmy, goddamn. Tony Schiavone says, call your friends, call your neighbors, say, hey, the Great American Bash is only 6 days away. My friends would come over to my house and kick the shit out of me. I'm calling about the Great American Bash.
My
Hey,
own ass if I was calling my friends.
get on the court. What's fucking wrong with you?
Dude, he's calling like 8 p.m. in 96. Like, you have to talk to your parents first. It's a whole ordeal. It's not worth it.
Yeah. No, dude, and like, yeah.
Hey, Mrs. Richards. Son.
You know, talk to your son.
Fuck you. Fuck you, man. Fuck you, James. Fucking bitch. I was with you, too. I was ready, I was about to play a character, and fuck you,
No,
all right?
that was good. That was good. You called Mrs. Richardson's son to
Kiss my
tell him
ass.
about Great American Bash.
Kiss my whole ass, buddy.
Yeah, what do you want to talk to little Johnny? Yeah.
So Booker hairbills Steiner to start, and they start pushing each other. Steiner takes him down with a shoulder tackle, and they move into a backslide struggle. I thought that was pretty cool.
Dude, I love a good backslide struggle, actually. That happens more on these shows that we watch than I feel like shows that happen now.
Yeah, there's a little more struggle in the basic stuff in the older days wrestling sometimes.
That makes sense.
Booker flips over, but Steiner grabs him into a belly to back, but then Booker flips over again. Booker goes for a kick, but Steiner dodges it and then hits a double underhook suplex.
What a fucking cool sequence. Just of them doing attacks and like just knowing each other because Steiners and Harlem Heat were always doing shit together.
Steiner follows it up with a Manhattan drop and a clothesline that sends Booker over the ropes to the floor. Steiner then sends Booker into the corner and runs at Booker, but he hits Steiner with a kick and then the axe kick for a 2.
He kicks the shit out of him, man. Like, Steiner takes it awesome. He fucking dies running into the corner, and he had scissors kick, which is not Booker's like main move yet. He's still like the scissor kick is just still like a sig, I guess.
Harlem Hangover is his move.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
What a fucking awesome move.
So Scott fires off some punches in the corner, then hits a belly to belly. Steiner looks for the Frankensteiner, but Booker hangs onto the ropes, so he kind of falls out in midair and takes a back bump.
Dude, when Steiner goes to the corner for the punches, I was like, oh, fuck yeah, 10 punches. Oh, just 5. I didn't really want to do all of them tonight.
He said they're probably doing these in all the other matches, so I'll just do the 5.
Joe Gomez told me he's doing 10 punches tonight, so I'm going to respect the boy.
He's in the main event, so gotta look out for him.
Holy shit, I guess it was going to be, wasn't it?
Yeah. Booker then hits the Harlem sidekick for a 2.
Let's go.
Booker misses a splash off the top. Looked awesome. Booker looked huge in the air. I'm guessing he didn't want to miss the Harlem Hangover.
Okay, that's what I was assuming too, because I was like, oh, fuck Harlem Hangover, but I guess flipping and landing directly on your ass probably sucks.
Dude, yeah, that's got to be rough. Scott hits an overhead belly to belly and gets the 3.
I was fucking blown away by that. I mean, I guess maybe he was beating dudes with that then, but I was like, oh, fuck, I thought there was way more coming here. But no, overhead belly belly, that did look good, but he wins with it. And that was also the Pet Boys Power Pin of the Week, which I guess what they just, I mean, like, there's no other matches. This was an unfair fucking vote. Like, this is bullshit. There might have been better pins later on the show, guys. Fucking Pep Boys.
Dude, we need the Pep Boys power pin of the week, and it's always got to be after the first match. I mean, that's awesome. So coming up, Ric Flair wearing a Kevin Green Panthers jersey and Jimmy Hart laughing.
Dude, that was fucking awesome, him coming out of the Panthers jersey. Yeah, so they do an Arn voiceover over like Mongo and Kevin Green clips, and Arn says, Green, we know you've been at mini camp, and McMichael's been on the couch stuffing donuts down your neck, and we're gonna give you a visual aid as to what is in store for you at the Great American Bash. And Nitro is where the Horsemen show out, and they show Flair coming out with the Panthers jersey, which is fucking awesome. And then there's a flame transition to Jimmy Hart, and Jimmy Hart says, Scott Norton, I did a giant joke slam you last week. I can't believe you're coming back for a double dose. I did AJ Styles song.
Dude, him laughing with the close-up on his face was nuts looking.
He's an evil bastard, this Jimmy Hart. I mean, like,
you don't really see Jimmy Hart up close very much.
No, that's true. I guess you're right. He's in my mind, the brains behind the Dungeon of Doom. He got all these big bastards like Shark.
What happened to the blue guy?
Like, Blue Baby.
You know,
the blue guy. He's on the show later.
I'm not sure.
Hey, yo, he does that.
Oh yeah.
What? Huh?
Wait, he's on 3 shows.
Dude, we're taking over. That was their whole line.
What the hell?
Wow. Oh.
No, the guy that was sitting in the Dungeon of Doom with the bald head, he was blue.
Oh, the Master?
I was wondering what you were talking about.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
the Master.
the blue guy.
Dude, he's in the dungeon.
He's in ECW.
Yeah, no, he's still in the dungeon. You know, he's probably making the calls there. He can't show up on Nitro. He's like Zordon, you know what I mean? He can't just show up.
They don't even go there no more. They don't like him no more. What if the Rangers never went back to the command center and just left Alpha and Zordon there forever?
They would have been
Zordon would have said, just find 5 more. Just get 5 more teenagers. We'll run this back. Fuck these guys.
Fucking bitches. Get their goddamn crystals too, bitch.
All right, so y'all want to leave, huh?
I'll show you.
You'll see.
Power
Send
Rangers
me the
start
blue
fighting
one.
Zordon. You want the blue one or the blue guy?
Either. Ay.
They can just go to a mechanic shop. They'll find 5 people, I'm sure, right?
Holy
Teleport
shit.
the blue meaty into the command center? Oh, fuck Alpha, not this guy.
Alpha, what the fuck? I tried to get the franchise.
I
That's
hate
Triple
you.
H now.
Why are we talking about wrestling? Why the fuck are the Power Rangers coming back? It's been 3 weeks. So we have a Scott Steiner town hall. We go to commercial and come back, and Steiner's on the ramp with Mean Gene.
I love this. I mean, this is a thread throughout the show where Mean Gene is kind of like the guy that gets all the intel to build the matches. Like, guys aren't just like grabbing a mic most of the time here. Like, Mean Gene is there to conduct an interview. Which
Yeah, he's got to get the
cool.
scoops. He's a scoops man.
He is the scoopsman. That is true. And I love that. Mean Gene says, next Sunday at the Great American Bash, you and your brother against Fire and Ice, and there must be a winner. And Scott Steiner says, that's right, Mean Gene. Me and the dog-faced gremlin always pride ourselves on being the best tag team in the world. I love that he doesn't call his brother his name. Me and the dog-faced gremlin. Oh, cool. And that's why we're in WCW. Then Deborah McMichael comes in and interrupts, and Deborah says, I'm so sorry to interrupt you right now, but I really have to talk to Mr. Oakland right now about my husband. And Scott Steiner says, all right, that's cool. You look very upset. I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's cool with me. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not, whatever. This will probably sell more pay-per-views than this match. That's good. You keep going.
Did you see where he said, my brother's a dog-faced gremlin, and Mean Gene looked away off Mike and started barking? Hoo, 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 hoo.
No, I did not see that. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
that was funny as shit. Me and my brother, the dog-faced gremlin. Hoo, 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 hoo.
Who, Scott? Yeah, that's right. So Mean Gene says, this is highly unusual. And Deborah says, oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep last night. I've been thinking about what's coming up with this. Coming up with this and this. And Mean Gene says, oh, this Sunday in Baltimore? And Deborah says, right. So Deborah says, I've been really upset about it. And I'm worried about my husband, Steven. He's a great athlete. He's talking about, of course, Steve Mongo McMichael. He's a great athlete. And Kevin Green's a great athlete. And and Mr. Anderson and Ric Flair are great at their professions, but Steven may go a bit crazy and might hurt someone permanently. And I feel like it's my fault. And Mean Gene says, I want to take guesswork out of this right now. It is not your fault. Ric Flair has a reputation. He's taken visual liberties. He's talked about you, and he's infuriated your husband. Visual liberties?
He wore the Panthers jersey.
Those are visual liberties. I guess you're right. Well, Deborah says, what I really want to do is I want to ask if you can make a meeting with Mr. Flair and Mr. Anderson, and maybe we can talk this out, and then this before anyone gets hurt. And Mean Gene says, get it easy.
Visual liberties. Deborah is watching the Atlanta Braves. We'll be right back.
They're on after this. If you want to fall asleep.
What a shame.
Mean Gene said, is there a possibility we're going to call it off? And Deborah says, I wish they could. And Gene says, well, I'm going to get a hold of Bobby Heenan. I work for him. And, he's the coach for Flair and Anderson. And let me see if I can get an audience for you.
Yeah, we all work for him.
Yeah, I guess for the Bobby Heenan.
We all work under Bobby Heenan. He's John Madden.
After all. He was John Madden of the year.
That's awesome. Fuck yeah, he was.
That's cool. Are they still doing that?
In 1996, they called him John Madden. Oh.
John Madden. I know him as Bobby.
We move on to the next match of the night, Jim Powers versus DDP.
Jim Powers' debut here on Nitro, I'm pretty sure.
There are 3 kids in the crowd with WCW painted on their backs.
Dude, okay, that is awesome. And then I later learned, James, that they also have TNT painted on the front of them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Dude, yeah, that is crazy that they did the front and back. And why they did TNT
on the front,
on
WCW
the front?
on the back.
They should have done WCW on the front.
That was America's Network.
Business in the front, party in the back.
You're right, actually. If a little later, it would be WCW and then NWO on the back, probably, right?
It probably would only be NWO, actually. Fuck WCW.
So DDP won the Battle Bowl, which made him rich, and he's putting the ring on the line tonight,
dude,
against Jim Powers.
The Battle Bowl thing is so funny because it's supposed to give him like a number 1 contender for the world title, and then he doesn't get it for some reason. I forgot what the reason was, but he just doesn't get the world title match.
I mean,
he just has the ring.
Who cares about the world title? You got the ring. He's smoking a penis. He's doing spooky fingers. He's the Lord of the Ring. Like, what more do you need? He's also defending the ring in this match. So, in theory, and they're talking about during the match, Jim Powers could win and be the Lord of the Ring and then have to, wrestle on the pay-per-view as
it gives you
defend the ring.
What does it give Jim Powers if he wins the ring?
It's very
Jim
similar.
Powers.
Very similar to the King of the Streets.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It is very similar to King of the Streets.
DDP argues with the audience, and Jim Powers tries to roll him up, but only gets a 2. So DDP argues with the ref, and Jim Powers rolls him up again, but it's only a 2.
Yes.
But by the way, I always wanted to mention that was because it's all in one sequence, so I thought it was very good here. Where DDP argues with the audience, he rolls him up, so DDP then argues with the ref, so he gets rolled up again. I thought that was very good.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that too.
Jim Powers does a 10-count head slam into the corner and follows it up with a nice combo, ending in a very nice drop kick. And I wrote down here, Jim Powers is looking great, man. DDP really gives him room to do all his stuff, and he hits it all with great execution. And crowd was getting behind him. He just looked like a really, really good babyface here.
That's some good fire, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's some good fire here. And if he was to win, by the way, he would be facing Marcus Bagwell at Great American Bash.
Oh, okay. Marcus Bagwell definitely wouldn't have gave him the match DDP gave him here, I'll tell you that.
Why the fuck not, hey? He was American male, fuck you.
Because I'm a babyface, brother. I'm taking this match over.
That's true.
So DDP hits a short whip, back elbow, and then hits the diamond cutter for the 3.
Bang! Fucking bang the shit out of him. And then he does the diamond cutter taunt at the end of the match. The first time he does it all match is at the end after he does the diamond cutter. I don't know if that was what he always did here, but
wasn't a super over thing yet. I don't think so.
No, it didn't seem like it. But I imagine it's soon, right? That he's doing this regularly.
Has to be, yeah.
He becomes a main player not too long from here. And DDP looks at the camera and says, "Still the Lord of the Ring," and gives himself a high five and says, "Self high five." Oh, they should have Jimmy Hart put that in a song.
Yes.
So we go to a pre-tape. We're going over the Chris Benoit, Taskmaster, and Four Horsemen feud. And no Master. Where's he at?
Dude, no fucking Master. No Master at all. He's
Taskmaster
He's
is
still in the dungeon. I think he lives in the dungeon, right? The Master.
Yeah, he can't get out of there. He's like Zordon.
Dude, that sucks, dude. Wow. Fuck, he's probably still
And
there.
no one visits him. Yeah, he's probably there to this day. We should go find the Dungeon of Doom and get him out of there. So they show, the history of the Benoit and Taskmaster feud here. The alliance of the Taskmaster and Benoit was strained at best, proven by the actions of the Taskmaster at Slamboree, which the actions of the Taskmaster at Slamboree are egregious. And even more egregious is the Public Enemy. So Benoit is on a table, and the Taskmaster is holding him down on the table. And then the Public Enemy proceed to do a move which involves Johnny Grunge standing on the apron facing inside the ring. And then Rocco Rock runs at him and flips on top of him and knocks him over onto the table. That's a crazy fucking move
That's
there.
a fucked up move. Wow.
So they're going back and forth. Benoit and Taskmaster, don't trust each other, and which has also brought up suspicions from the Horsemen, who Benoit has been questioning as well. Taskmaster says Hulkamania is not dead; he will come back, and I'll be looking for some people, including the Giant, Jimmy Hart, me. And is this paranoia, or does the Taskmaster see something else festering within the Horsemen? So Taskmaster and Arn Anderson now have a deal. They show the Brian Pillman. I don't know why they showed this. They show the Brian Pillman "I respect you, Booker Man" thing. Why'd they even show that?
Because Bischoff still thought it was a work.
Holy fuck! That's fucking. He thought Pillman's coming back any day now. Guys, well, keep him relevant. He's gonna jump back on the show here in a second. So Taskmaster says, "I do have honor for two people. That's Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, because they stood beside me when I slapped that Brian Pillman all around the ring and got him out of here." And Arn says, when it's all done, we'll know where we stand. And on June 16th, Chris Benoit may have found himself in a deal without the aid of his comrades in a match where falls count anywhere. And that'll be something. I'm pretty sure I remember that being a good match. I think they fight, they kick the shit out of each other. Legit. Oh, they fight in the bathroom. Who knows who's in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they do that a lot, actually. I think they have that type of brawl quite a bit between these two guys. And it feels like they feud for pretty much Benoit's entire time in WCW.
Yeah, right. I think so. And fucking Kevin Sullivan's booking, not booking, not booking. So
Right.
It's probably, a lot of it might be real, might not be real.
Coming up, the United States champion Conan.
And a crazy fucking outfit.
Yeah, I mean, he was wearing Max Moon inspired stuff, it looked like.
You know what? That is what it feels like. Oh, and this is where they cut to the crowd and show the kids in the front row with fucking TNT on their chest and WCW on their back. And they show a Conan hype video. And Conan's kicking a bunch of ass, and he's beating up Psychosis and Mikey Whipwreck and Eddie Guerrero. Cool video. I liked it. It showed Conan doing a bunch of shit that I hadn't seen him do. I mean, Conan loses all of these moves. I mean, these don't.
No, yeah, he does.
This Conan does not exist in about a year or two.
Conan said, "That's enough."
So we go backstage now. Mean Gene is with Conan in the locker room, and Mean Gene says, the only Latin U.S. champion in history, you're going to be challenged by a South American this Sunday at Great American Bash. It's El Gato! And Conan says, El Gato, a legend in South America. Gato, you got to come in the U.S. and prove yourself like I did. And then Conan starts cutting a promo in Spanish, and Mean Gene starts just making a bunch of faces, trying to put over his interest, because I guess... I don't know if he does this when they speak English, but he's doing it here to emphasize that he's listening and he cares and it's important. And I appreciated that.
That is good.
And Conan says, Gato, any apathy on your part will lead to your demise. And Mean Gene says, all right, short and sweet. Back to the ring.
Conan actually had a great promo here.
It was actually really good, yeah.
Yeah, like giving the match stakes immediately with a guy that not many people will know, was super smart. And yeah, I mean, Conan, like you said, had a lot of stuff going on at this point. He wasn't just doing the X Factor and the rolling clothesline. So,
yeah. Dude, that's all he needed later on.
Don't forget the Tequila Sunrise.
Oh, that was
right.
awesome.
That's only
too,
if I'm winning, brother.
That's true.
No, this was cool. It made Conan look like a star, especially with the video package. They do these a couple times during the night, but that's like their way to like, all right, this is a guy, he's champion, and then he's going into a match coming up. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Right.
So we move on to Meng versus Sting. Or as Tony Schiavone said a little earlier, Meng versus Sting. Which sounds cooler.
I mean, it does sound fucking cool. Man called Meng.
So Sting is, what champion is he here? Tag team
He's
champion?
half of the tag champs with Luger.
With Luger, right, okay. He came out holding the belt. Looks like he doesn't take it home after the shows.
Definitely looks like somebody rushed it to him right when he was making his entrance and said, holy fuck, you got to take this, you're the champ. And he said, oh, right, okay.
Right.
Doesn't even look like he knows how to hold it. He's holding up awkwardly like he's never held a title before. Yeah, here's this fucking thing. Okay, to be honest, James, I didn't know what belt it was until the main. Because I
thought it was the TV title at first. I didn't really get a good look at it.
Yeah, I did too.
I do love Sting's gear and face paint here. Just super colorful. Looked awesome. Came across as like a big baby face guy. Like, just works for me.
Well, the kids all love him too. You know, everyone, the kids in the crowd fucking with the face painting on. He looks fantastic too.
We get a lockup here with Meng. Meng walks him down and takes some cheap shots. Sting hits a back body drop, but misses a drop kick, and then Meng drops an elbow on him. Maybe the first time in a while we've seen like an elbow drop work.
Oh my God, you're right. Only in WCW, unless it's the Giant, of course. He can't ever let it work. Meng is fucking cool shit. I don't know how often we even get to talk about him, but I mean, the presence of this dude and like all the stuff he does. I mean, like you said, like in the beginning of the match, he legit just throws a bunch of fucking punches at Sting, and they're on commentary like, oh, hey, shit, what the fuck? He's getting fucked up right now.
Yeah, he starts choking him out. He's softening up the throat. For the Tongan death grip.
Fucking of course. Sting is in an angle as well with Steven Regal right now, and I think Steven Regal backhanded Sting last week on Nitro, and Sting says he's been injured and had his blown out knees and shit, but to be slapped in the face, it was even worse than all that, and he's going to come back at the Bash 100%. Well, he's still fucking wrestling here, so I guess he's not too bad. Regal's wrestling tonight as well, a return match from Saturday night against Billy Kidman.
So Sting hits a crossbody and gets a 2, then unloads 3 clotheslines and a bulldog. Sting goes for a body slam, but Meng rolls him up for a small package for 2. Sting crotches Meng on the top, and he falls to the mat. Sting then walks over, grabs his legs, and puts him in the Scorpion Deathlock for the tap-out win.
Dude, this was awesome. Like, even commentary, they're like, holy shit, he's like, he doesn't drop him and like set it up how he usually does. Meng is legit on his stomach, and Sting walks up and says, give me motherfucker. And he puts him in the Scorpion Deathlock and wins. That was cool. Yeah, Sting is cool as fuck here. Meng is awesome. Sting points at the camera and says, Lordship, I'm coming for you. And that's the big... They're doing stuff with Regal. At least they're trying here. I mean, again, I don't know if that's the influx of new people coming in that might have stopped this, or maybe something that he was doing.
Probably.
Kicking Goldberg's ass probably didn't help.
Somebody had to do it. Coming up, Lord Steven Regal is going to bring some skill into your miserable life.
And Jim Duggan takes on Squire Dave Taylor, because Dave Taylor says it's Monday Nitro and I'm here for you, Duggan, and if you like to get that board out, I'll take it from you and I'll hit you right over the head with it. Short and sweet. I like that. And yeah, Regal says you're all fucking fat. You pathetic Americans, and I'm going to bring some class and dignity and skill into your miserable lives. Yes.
So we go backstage. Mean Gene is here with Deborah and Bobby Heenan. Good guy Mean Gene actually got the meet up with Heenan.
Mean Gene says, Bobby, all she would like is to halt the carnage before it starts between her and her husband and Kevin Green and Ric Flair and Anderson. And Heenan says, you want to talk to Ric Flair and Anderson now? Well, all week long, all night, you've been talking to Flair now. And Deborah says, holy fuck, another fuck I haven't. Are you kidding me? And Heenan says, all right, you want to fucking talk to Flair? Follow me, toots. So they fucking go into the locker room, and they open the door, and Flair's in there and invites Deborah in, and Mean Gene tries to follow him in, but Bobby pushes him and slams the door like as hard as fucking possible in Mean Gene's face. And then you hear a scream from beyond the door, and the door opens and she comes out crying. And I was very confused at first because Deborah's like crying in the hallway, and some just fucking dude runs up and tries to console her. And now Ric Flair is kicking the shit out of him and putting him in the figure 4. Said, who the fuck is this? Then in the back, Arn Anderson stomping out some other guy. I said, wow. Oh, okay, they're just dudes that dressed really cool that are getting their asses whooped. But then I learned that is none other than Joe Gomez and the Renegade. Why?
Yeah, so Joe Gomez and Renegade come in and then instantly get their ass whipped, and now they're not in the main event tonight.
No, it's because Ric Flair put him in a figure 4 in the hallway. If he didn't do that, they could have still wrestled.
Doug Dillinger came in and said, "Come on, guys, damn, hey, come on."
Doug Dillinger
get
comes
off
in
him."
and Flair flips a table over and then goes back to stomping out the Renegade, yells "woo," and then stomps him out some more. Doug Dillinger really wasn't doing much as the head of security here.
Come on,
sadly.
guys, damn.
Yeah, hey, come on, hey, stop.
I liked Heenan standing in the back with Woman and Liz as all this is going on.
Heenan's an asshole.
That's John Madden.
Oh, where?
So we have Squire Dave Taylor with Jeeves versus Jim Duggan.
Sadly, not the Jeeves that I know. This is some imposter Jeeves piece of shit. This is not ECW Jeeves. Fuck this guy.
The real Jeeves would be out here with the Musketeer.
He would be. And the
Or doing
Prodigy.
doing Timekeeper or something.
Yeah,
Sometimes he's
ring
doing
bell.
Yeah,
That's why he's doing time, like in jail.
He was in jail.
Yeah,
That would
that's
suck.
Yeah, that'd be a shame. Larry Zabisco says, here's Dumbo McMichael's wife trying to go after Flair. First, he sends her out
McMichael.
First, he sends her out to get out of ending his life. What a coward! Super Chicken! Holy shit!
So last week, so Squire Dave Taylor stole the 2x4. And of course, this match is the result of that. Jim Duggan felt like he had to beat the dog shit out of this dude to make
good.
up for that. Don't touch my shit.
Yeah, well, he cost him a fucking match last week. And Duggan is doing the taped fist as his finish here, which is legal. So I don't know why he doesn't just always do it.
Right. Start the match. With
Why not tape it before the match begins?
Yeah, right. Just so
I guess I'd give it away
ready.
that he's going to do it, right? So he doesn't want to give it away.
I think I was gonna expect it because he's only been winning with that as of late.
I mean, they just took it and said, let's do Power of the Punch with brass knucks and did the WWF better. So
That's
there
true.
it was.
Well, it's been a goddamn year. Like, we watched him on the first Nitro
Oh yeah,
break out the tape fist.
The tape, yeah.
That's true.
And even on the
That's true.
first Nitro, they were like, is this fucking legal?
Yeah, I mean,
have to
whatever. I'm not gonna
remember-
argue with Jim Duggan. He's a big bastard.
You got to remember, like, WCW at the time, before Nitro, was doing, like, tape fist matches and shit. Like, that
Yes,
was still
that was
a
a gimmick.
thing that
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were doing. So Duggan
Oh, yeah, you're
just sort
right.
of doing it all the time as a babyface finish was just nuts. Duggan runs down Squire Dave Taylor with some lines and throws that thumbs up.
Oh, USA!
Yeah. Dude, Duggan was such a great undercard act for WCW. Good deal
He's
here.
fantastic. He's fucking fantastic. And, like, he's so over just by being Jim Duggan. Like, that's tremendous. They also give us some bad news here. Tony Schiavone says, we have Public Enemy versus the Nasty Boys tonight.
No.
Oh, no.
Duggan looks at the camera
dude.
and throws a thumbs down.
He hears Schiavone in commentary and walks out. No! Also, this is where Tony Schiavone says, oh, wait a second. I'm getting word. Yes, Lex Luger and Sting have agreed to wrestle Ric Flair and Arn Anderson in the main for the tag titles. What the fuck? Joe Gomez and the Renegade got robbed here.
So Duggan goes into a 3-point stance and Dave Taylor hits a knee and takes over. Dave Taylor goes for a crossbody, but Jim Duggan ducks and then hits the 3-point stance line out of the corner.
Let's go.
The ref goes to count and Jim Duggan starts counting with the ref. So it sounds like there's a 3, but Tony Schiavone says that shit was not a 3.
And then Jim Duggan argues it.
Jim Duggan then takes out the roll of wrist tape and tapes his fist and punches Dave Taylor right in the fucking head and wins the match.
Dude, I love how he tapes his fucking fist. He leaves the wrist tape like roll on as he might as well just hold it, but he just leaves it dangling as he punches this dude in the head.
Dude, it's the messiest tape job, too, and then the tape is just flying everywhere. He just punches him as hard as he can.
And
Yeah.
it's legal.
I love how confused commentary always is about the tape fist here. Like, they always want to call it like a heel deal. Like, why would it be a
Yeah.
babyface deal? He just took out tape and punched this guy in the head.
Well,
But,
Jim
like-
Duggan, fuck you. Oh!
Right. It's a babyface deal because of the guy who's doing it, but it's so funny them trying to make, like, the ref is staring at him taking the tape out and then taping
Yeah.
his fist. Yeah. And they're just like, guess that's cool.
Fuck it. Yeah. Dude, there was something else that happened here just before that where Dave Taylor was lining him up in the corner and fucking, I don't know if Duggan was just doing this for fun, but Dave Taylor's getting heat on him in the corner, and Duggan turns, looks at Hardcam, and then just fucking gives a crazy look and sticks his tongue out. I don't know why he did that, but I enjoyed it nonetheless.
So we go backstage. Mean Gene is here with Big Bubba and Jimmy Hart.
Yes, Gene says, well, Big Bubba is here with a big fucked up beard. I don't know if
Dude,
there's
what
some
is
purpose.
happening? This is not the Big Boss Man. I don't know who
can
this
only
guy
assume,
is.
Tony, he's growing it crazy so the shark can cut it. That's the only thing I can imagine here.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't know if
Okay.
that's what happens, but that's what I'm assuming. Gene says, Big Bubba, you have something there, and at one time I wanted to have, and it was Bubba with hair in his hands. Mean Gene said at one time he would have liked to have hair. Mean Gene said it was Big Bubba who cut the locks of the shark, and then this statement came up. And last week on Nitro, Shark, being interviewed by Mean Gene, said, I'm not the shark. I'm not a fish. I'm not an avalanche. I'm a man. John Tenta. And John Tenta had scissors and he went to cut Big Bubba, but Big Bubba powdered. And Mean Gene says, well, that was the announcement. He was not a fish. He was a man.
This gimmick's almost ruined my career.
I love that. I mean, like, all right, this week you're going to go out there and we got to like change this gimmick. So you have to let them know you're not a fish because that's what everyone's thinking.
I've always not been a fish.
Yeah, right. They don't know that. I mean, like, yeah, it's a work, brother. Yeah, goddamn.
They need to know. Talk about your WWF gimmick too.
Like the next one, or like Cartman.
Do whatever you want. To be honest, you're out of here soon. I'll let you know.
So Jimmy Hart says, John Tenta, the Taskmaster said if you don't pull your own weight in the Dungeon of Doom, you suffer the consequences. And Mean Gene says, Big Bubba, I know a bad barber when I see one. And the Big Bubba, the Big Boss Man, says, John Tenta, you say you're not a man. You say you're not a fish. What?
What is this?
That's not what I fucking said.
You're not a man or fish. You're an earthquake, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
He said he said that you are a man. Oh, okay. I proved the whole world that without that haircut I gave you that you're only half a man. And that world has been laughing at you behind your back for years, and I gave them a reason to laugh at you in your face. And you think you're gonna get revenge on me by cutting my hair or the Giant's hair? Well, I'm gonna leave you laying like the beach whale you are and sweep you out of the trash at the Great American Bash. And Mean Gene says, oh, thank you, Big Bubba. Nice beard. Stay tuned as we return here on D&D.
Wow, that was nuts. Thank you, Big Bubba. Nice beard.
Nice beard, big fat fatty. Anyway, Mongo up next. Hey!
I'm going to take care of you, beach whale. No, I'm a man. That's what I said last week.
Dude,
Not
you
a
don't
fish.
understand that I'm not a fish? All right, you got to go back out there and explain this. The people are understanding that you're not a fish.
They're confused.
You've confused the audience.
No,
You've
I
been a
know
fish
you're not a
too long.
fish. Right? You're not a fish. And you know
Right.
you're not a fish. So just
Right.
just let them know, right? That you're not a fish.
Again?
It sounds like you think I'm a fish. Me?
No.
No, not me.
No, I just said you're not a
You're
fish.
not a fish, right? So we go to the Scott Norton town hall. Mean Gene introduces the Flash, Scott Norton.
See, I was hoping Nova ran out, but it was Scott Norton who's the Flash, and no Flash outfit. What the fuck is going on here?
And
This
a dude
sucks.
that's built like a refrigerator.
Dude, I mean, he is gigantic. And
Yeah.
like I very much appreciate the unbelievably deep V that this singlet has. I mean, it's showing every bit of his chest possible, and it's great.
Because
He's
like he is built like a brick shithouse. I mean, like this is the only dude I've ever seen wear this singlet where like it works for him because he is so
It doesn't look ridiculous.
large.
Yeah.
He is
Yeah,
so
yeah.
barrel chested.
He fills it out, which is nuts. So Mean Gene says, I want to remind these folks watching what happened last week. So last week, I think the Giant beat Ice Train, And Scott Norton was fucking mad about this because Giant kept choke slamming him. And Scott Norton talked shit to him, which led to, of course, the Giant jumping Scott Norton and choke slamming him. And Scott Norton says, what we got going around here is a 7'4", 450-pound plus, hey, Giant trying to end everyone's career with a choke slam. And I take that choke slam not once, but twice. And here I am, right back in your face. And you know why? Because I don't care, and I ain't scared. Let's get it on! And he heads to the ring. I was fucking fired up. I was hoping Scott Norton would at least get something here.
Yeah, well, it's time for hour 2, so just stand around for a minute. Blow that pyro up!
That's what I figured. Scott Norton was not going to get much because they did the 2-hour countdown during his entrance.
Dude, there's a literal piece of dynamite in the corner. This whole show's going to blow up.
That was cool as shit.
It's counting down, and you're just like, all right, what's happening? They don't usually do the dynamite thing, right? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I don't know if it lasts.
That's pretty cool.
They did it here. It is cool. Yeah,
little stick of dynamite and a timer.
We'll be sending it to Eric Bischoff and Bobby Heenan. Oh, and there's like a fuse on the end of it, and it's going down. And 15 seconds, Shivani's running down what's left of the show. 10 seconds, get ready for the second hour of Nitro. Woohoo! It's cool. It made me feel like excited.
Dude, the only time I remember was when Hogan was doing leg drops and the pyro was going off for hour 2.
My
was
God.
the most insane thing ever.
Spamming leg drops as the pyro's going off for the second hour.
We're getting that pyro no matter what. It's happening.
When they time this right, it's pretty cool. So like Norton's in the ring waiting for the match to start, and like hour 2 starts and we switch commentary and the pyro goes off for everybody. Yeah. Hour 2 gets more pyro than hour 1. Hey, what the fuck, guys?
Well, you got to wake everyone up. You know, we're deeper into the night. You know, like
they're competing with Raw then, right? Yeah,
they have to wake them up. Sorry about the hour 1 matches, but hour 2 is gonna be kick ass. Let's go.
I tell you, we're gonna have great matches. Yeah.
That guy's not a fucking fish.
Right? Heenan? Right, Heenan?
He is a fish. He is a fish.
That guy's a fucking fish. And you know what? I've noticed this the first time I came into this fucking company.
No one's talking about this. He's a fish. I'm John Madden.
So we go into the Giant versus Scott Norton. The Giant is still the WCW champion by disqualification.
Because that's right. I think DQ. Yeah, because it was. Yeah, that's right. And the title is on the line here.
Norton tries to get up on Giant here to start, but of course the Giant immediately overpowers him. Giant tries to hit a power slam and then puts the boot on Norton's throat in the corner.
Dude, Giant power slams Scott Norton, and it was fucking scary as shit. I thought he was going to kill him.
Norton splashes Giant twice in the corner, but Giant boots him on the third one, and they head outside. Norton rakes his eyes and puts him on the post, but Giant moves, and Norton takes the post.
I did not expect this next part. I thought like he was going to get out of this, but no.
Yeah, so Giant then goozles Scott Norton and chokeslams him onto the floor. And then picks his ass up, rolls him into the ring, and pins him for the 3.
That was unbelievable. I said, wow. Because I don't know, like, not that I don't think Scott Norton's going to take a bump or anything, but that's pretty fucking gnarly. And yeah, Giant just picks his ass up, chokeslam onto the floor. He dies. And then Giant sends him in the ring, gets the win. And then the Giant takes down the straps because he's going to do it again. Giant with the straps down with this outfit on is fucking crazy looking, man.
Yeah, he's young and big, and yeah, he looks great.
Yeah, he's fucking-gantic, so he's going to chokeslam Scott Norton again. But Lex Luger's here! And Lex Luger attacks the Giant, and Giant throws him to the floor and chases after him, and super kicks the shit out of him, and he's going to put him through the 4 Horsemen VIP table that's set up in the aisleway. But Luger kicks him in the balls, low blows him, and he hits him with the ice bucket. And then, the Dungeon of Doom are here! And Lex Luger walks right by them. They don't do anything.
Goodbye.
Stop the Giant for some reason. I don't understand. And Giant is pissed, and he gets up and he says, Luger! So Giant then proceeds to chase after Lex Luger up the ramp to the back. And then Lex Luger is now at the announce table area next to the stage.
Dude, make the Giant look like the biggest dumbass in the world. Luger
I guess he's a big, aloof Giant, so, I understand.
Luger grabs a microphone and starts talking.
Where is he? I hear him.
I'm going to go to the back.
He must be in the bathroom.
He just hit a big Euro step. He just didn't see it. Throw him off real bad.
Broke his ankles. See, Luger is at the announce table area now. Thank God he got away from the giant.
It was a lot easier than he expected.
The entire Dungeon of Doom as well.
Just walks away. Has anyone simply tried to walk away from the dungeon? I guess that's the trick.
So Luger has a mic and he says, well, I guess the giant does feel pain. One for you, one for me. The gloves are off. The rule book's out the window at the Great American Bash. You do feel pain. And I got a lot of surprises for you from the total package. I'll see you there. And not here tonight because you can't find me for some reason. All right, see you.
I have a main event to do, so don't come out, please.
I got to work again tonight, so you can't bump me anymore. Gotta go.
He should use the tape fist. Matter of fact, everybody should until it gets banned.
You know what? That's a fucking fantastic point. Sometimes, James, they just straight up low blow dudes in matches in WCW. I don't even know if low blows were ever illegal in WCW, so I don't know.
Well, I always see the ref, they try to look away, like they don't see, I gotta see what's going on over here in the crowd.
Nick Patrick was blatantly watching these low blow people.
Well, he's always Nick Patrick who just
that's
looks
the problem.
at it.
Well, that's why he joined the NWO, because he didn't care about the rules.
So we have Billy Kidman versus Lord Steven Regal with Jeeves.
Fucking Jeeves. I hate this Jeeves. Who is this Jeeves? WCW Jeeves. Who are you, you son of a bitch? Let's see. He's a wrestler? And, wait a second. This article here says that his ring names were Jeeves and Wildcat Willie. This can't be.
The same guy?
This can't be right.
He was working triple duty.
Holy shit. That's fucking nuts. Jeeves.
So Billy Kidman is out here with the haircut.
Dude, unbelievable look. Billy Kidman, long blue tights, vest, haircut. Who is this man?
Steven Regal takes off his jacket, then immediately runs at Kidman and starts hitting him with European uppercuts.
Dude, he hits him so fucking hard, too.
Kidman hits a drop kick to Regal in the back of the head, and then runs him down with a few moves. Kidman heads to the top and then eats shit on a 450.
Okay, I mean, it was definitely a 450, but if if Steven Regal was not moving for this, he was taking 2 knees to the head. Like, Billy Kidman was fucking this move up no matter what.
Yeah, he was, wow.
He misses the 450, and Regal gets him and goes, starts dancing. And
Dude,
then he
does.
double underhook suplexes Kidman on the top of his head. Unbelievable combo moves here.
Oh,
And then Regal locks in the Lion Tamer and wins.
Yeah, what the fuck? That's cool. Dude, yeah, I mean, Regal dancing, double underhook suplex that kills Kidman and then beats him with the Lion Tamer. I'm pushing this guy, and he's beating up Goldberg, too.
Well, he is in a feud with Sting, who is a top guy
That's
here.
a big deal.
So, yeah, definitely a big deal. So Sting comes down and slaps Regal and then powders, which was very funny.
Dude, backhands Regal, says, fuck you, and then walks out, and Regal does a minute of just selling, which is fantastic. And Heenan on commentary says, oh yeah, he had someone in his hand. You see that? He must have had a roll of $50 in his hand. And that man's a fish.
Who? Which one? John?
Whatever. No, not John. I'm John Madden.
So now we move on to the Nasty Boys versus Public Enemy. There's a little promo that the Nasty Boys cut about taking the Public Enemy to Nastyville, of course.
Yeah, well, SAG says it's time for Monday Nitro and for Public Enemy to take a trip
It's
to
time for Monday
Nastyville.
Nitro. We're like an hour and 15
2?
in.
And I'm trying to get out of here.
Yeah, you know how that goes.
And Knob says, that's right, Public Enemy. You're stepping in the fire and you're going to get burnt.
Hey, you know what, Public Enemy? John Titch is a fish. You know that? Yeah. Now get ready to go to Nastyville or Pity City.
You want to
or-
wrestle?
What was our WWF thing? I
Shit
don't remember.
town.
Shitty City.
Take him to Pubic Hair Town. More like the
Goochville.
Pubic Enemy. Fuck you guys.
Dude, I would love the names they call it pubic enemy. That's awesome.
Oh, that would have been sick.
Hey, Pubic Enemy. Hey. Hope you guys are ready for a shitty match.
we are. That's what we usually are ready for.
So we go into the Nasty Boys versus Public Enemy. Super fucking funny. This felt like a rib. One, a rib to the audience. Two, a rib to the Public Enemy, who run down and don't do their entrance.
They attack Nasty Boys during their entrance, and then they get beat up for 3 segs.
Dude, okay. This felt like a rib. Like, it really, really did. Like, it
Why
felt
was
like...
this a 3-seg match?
Okay, so
this
it
is
felt...
fucked up.
It felt like they signed the Public Enemy. They didn't like the work. So they put him in a feud with the Nasty Boys and told them to beat the shit out of him. And then they said, "Don't do your entrance tonight." Like, the only thing these guys were over
all they
for
want to see. That's all they want.
is the entrance.
Dude, the entrance and a table spot, and they had no entrance and got a trash can.
Like,
Whoops.
this was a total rub. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, that's tough. That is tough.
Nitro has the double cam set up on screen, which I wrote that I liked. And then probably like halfway through this match, I said, "Can you take the fucking double screen off?"
Dude, when they have doubles, like, it's cool when they're like doing stuff, but then like at one point they're not doing stuff, and then
Tony,
it's just pointless.
one of the times they're in the ring, and I'm just like, "What are we on the double screen for?" So this match stinks.
Dude, I mean, this is like fucking bad. This match is fucking
This is
bad.
the longest match of the night, I think, right? It's even
Tony,
longer than
it's
the main, I think, isn't it?
3 segs. This is unbelievable.
It's almost as long as the main. I think the main might be longer.
So I'm totally cool. I love a walking brawl. Hey, I'm a walking brawl guy. That's cool sometimes.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to like dudes kicking other dudes' ass, I love APA matches.
Of course.
But
APA
yeah,
love the Public Enemy too.
Yeah, just yeah, they loved them. Everyone seemed to like them. I mean,
They had the entrance.
I'm not going to get too much of the Public Enemy, but I mean, these are like I hate both these teams. So,
Dude, I'm with you on that. So, yeah. Don't feel bad about it.
yeah.
I don't got much to say other than I fucking can't stand this match. I mean, fuck this match.
Well,
it was
Tony-
11:30, by the way, this match, and it was the second longest match.
11:30?
11:30. The main,
It might have been 11:30, but there was some crowd brawling. I don't know if they rung the bell for.
that's fucking probably
Oh,
true.
yeah, right. Okay.
All right, so Brian
Yeah,
Knobs.
now you gotta talk about the
Yeah,
match. Fucking
right.
Sadly, that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you a good Bobby the Brain Heenan line here. He says,
Oh,
if
please.
I was coaching either one of these teams, I wouldn't. And I said, I agree. I agree.
Even he didn't know fuck this shit.
So they finally get on the apron, and we get to the tag team part of this match.
Yes.
The Nasty Boys cut Grunge off in the ring, and Bischoff points out Grunge's broken hand and says,
Oh yes, he broke it on a house show.
yeah, and Bischoff says, "Look, if you're booked, you're booked. I don't know."
Yeah, I mean, you're working or not. Or you can go to WWF and get beat up by the Acolytes if you want. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I just
fucking
put in a
fine.
word to the Acolytes for you. So Public Enemy starts to take over on Knobs, but they shut it down. Jerry Sags hits a fucking crazy pile driver on Grunge in the ring before commercial.
Dude, he fucking stomps him with this pile driver. It is egregious. Heenan on commentary, by the way, also says, I was in the locker room when Deborah McMichael was in there, and I'll tell you what happened. When the door shut, Deborah attacked Woman and Elizabeth and then ran away. Oh, that's crazy.
So I wrote down, this is where I wrote down, we come back from commercial break, and I wrote down here, these dudes are not even trying to do anything but survive.
Dude, I mean, I wrote, how is this a 2-seg match so far?
I mean,
And
the
then I'm
Nasty
watching-
Boys are beating the fuck out of these
Dude,
things.
okay, you guys need to remind me, because I don't know if I made this up in my brain, because I swear we just talked about a Nasty Boys match where Brian Knobs does this thing where he counters a back body drop attempt by falling on top of them with a double axe, and we were like, oh, that's so fucking stupid. He does that here. That's a move he does.
That's a thing. That's a
his
thing.
cutoff. Yes. I was like, what the fuck? This guy sucks.
So after the Nasty Boys have beaten down Public Enemy for gotta be 7 minutes at this point,
It's a double down time.
Public Enemy finally gets up in this match, and it's time to do the stuff that's over, right? We're going to do the dance. We're going to do the wave, right?
Nah.
So Grunge does the dance. Oh yeah, man. And then he does the wave, and Rocco rocks on the apron like, come on, guys, the wave.
Dude, the crowd could not care less.
Dude, there might have been 3 people in the crowd that even did the hand thing. I was like,
they
dude,
were so
wow,
over it.
holy fuck.
They love the Nasty Boys. This is Nastyville, bitch. Like, get up. The fuck?
I wrote down here, like I said, we're probably like 7 minutes into this one at this point. I wrote down, holy fuck, I totally forgot I can plus 10 this.
Oh my.
Oh, wow. So this is my deadlock plus 10 match of the night.
It's back.
It's making its return, boys.
Let's go.
So
Wow.
Rocco
It's been a minute.
Rock leaves this match and he grabs a trash can.
Dude,
and then
they're talking
brings
about it
it-
on commentary. They're like hyping it up, like, oh, what's he gonna go get? You know, these guys get tables. Comes back with a trash can and then immediately gets cut off camera by Brian.
That was so funny. So Rocco Rock comes back with the trash can. He's got like a smile on his face. He's so happy. And Brian Knobs walks over to him and then punches him as hard as he can in the head.
And takes the trash can. That sucks.
So Jerry Sags hits a pump handle slam and Knobs is up,
Huh.
but Grunge knocks him off with the cast. And he
Kinda.
takes the funniest bump I've ever seen off the top and then lays there.
Yeah, I mean, he did not want to go off that. He like kind of falls off, and Grunge kind of has it because Grunge is. The story was he was using the cast, of course, to knock out Knobs.
This
but
was
just
like
looked shit.
not the story. Heenan just making shit up. Heenan says that looks like a cast or some sort of cement cast.
A cement cast.
Heenan not paying a lick of attention to this
That's
match
awesome.
is so fucking funny. Wow. Like Bischoff already pointed out the cast earlier. And he said, what is that?
Yeah.
That looks like a cast. Was that a cement cast?
Cement cast is awesome.
So Jerry Sags hits Rocco Rock in the back with the trash can.
Damn it.
And then Knobs throws it at his fucking head.
Dude, Knobs throws the trash can from inside the ring onto Rocco Rock's head on the floor, and Rocco Rock does not sell. He is very mad immediately, grabs the trash can, and launches it back into the ring, and this match is over. Nasty Boys celebrate because they lost.
Dude, what? They celebrate because this match is over.
They're celebrating because it's over? Yeah, me too, Tony.
We're just glad to be done. Dude, I could not believe they went to a DQ on this. Come on. You
Dude,
could,
like
11 minutes and you could have a finish?
3 segs.
So the best part of this is Jerry
Oh,
Sags walking over to the camera and like there's like not a thought going through his head right now. He doesn't even know there's a camera there. He's just walking over with no teeth, and he walks over to the camera and he realizes the camera's there, so he looks down. Those punks just got nasty-sized.
I'm nasty, and those punks just got nasty-sized.
I almost got turned around on the Nasty Boys for like 10 seconds here.
Dude, I was a little fired up about nasty-sized, I'll be honest.
Like those
I'm
punks
nasty.
Dude, I can
Oh,
picture
right,
right
yes,
now
you
when
are.
you said no teeth. I just picture that right now.
Tony,
Yes, no
there
teeth,
was
but
not,
I can see how it looks in my brain.
Tony,
I
there
see
was,
that clearly. No teeth. You got nasty size.
there's not one thought running through his head right there. He's just looking around. These punks just got nasty sized. And then
We'll
he says,
show what Pity City's all about. You didn't even do it.
What? Yeah, well,
You guys lost.
It's your fucking move. You didn't do it once.
didn't do the
You did a
move.
pump handle electron.
he didn't do the move because instead of doing the match they called, they just shot on him for 12 minutes.
And then threw a trash can as hard as possible. Rocco Rock said, I'm nasty.
All right, we're not going to do the match we called tonight. Instead, we're just going to nasty-size you. So we get a Hulk Hogan propaganda video.
Yeah, what the fuck was this?
American made.
Hogan flexing on a motorcycle and going, bro. And then him.
What's that smell?
Dude,
Dookie.
why is there. He's slapping the absolute dog shit out of Vader for like 30 seconds in this video. And then he annihilates the Giant with 16 chair shots.
Hogan chair shots are so bad.
I mean, they're absurd.
I mean, he's the nicest guy ever.
They definitely dubbed over sound for the chair shots here, by the way.
We go up next, the Four Horsemen. Heenan is coaching them. He is not managing them.
But he is John Madden, of course. And
Just so you guys know.
Bischoff says Heenan thought he had it all figured out. Macho Man became the new coach of the team of Mongo and Kevin Green. So they show a Kevin Green and Mongo and Macho Man training session video. And just earlier a week, Macho Man says, I want you to be a messenger, me and Gene. You tell him to be real careful with my future. Because I think Macho Man's like kind of suspended here. So Mongo and Kevin Green drew up a game plan. And the answer to their problem was right under their nose because Kevin Green was eating a Slim Jim. We should eat more Slim Jims. And Mongo says, a manager will be great, a coach. And well, Bobby Heenan won the All Madden Trophy in 1988, and he said he'd never manage again, but at Great American Bash, he will coach. And he's going to show those football players what coaching is all about. Then later in the show, Randy Savage placed a phone call on air. And Macho Man says, if Kevin Green and Mongo McMichael need a nut that knows the game.
Dude, I love that he's like literally on a phone.
Yeah, he's on a real phone.
He's
Yeah.
like on a rotary phone. Yeah. Hey, hello? Macho Man?
It's me. I just called collect.
Oh, that's nice of you.
I don't get a lot of time there. There's people banging on the door. They want to get in here. Then I will be the head honcho, brother. Work hard, play hard, and we'll tear up the Four Horsemen. So the deal was sealed, and Macho Man shows up to training, and fucking Kevin Green and Mongo are super excited because they didn't think he'd be there. And Macho Man even says, I didn't think you would think I'd be here. So he says, you listen to me, okay? This is not football. This is wrestling. You got to learn the ropes. You can't be too intense. And the Nature Boy doesn't want power and strength coming his way. So they all triple goozle a fucking dummy that they're fucking beating up. And then that's how they're training.
Well, I hope that training pays off.
I hope so too.
Maybe would have trained with somebody else that's not a complete maniac, but I'll leave that up to them.
What the fuck did you say?
So we have Ric Flair and Arn Anderson versus Sting and Lex Luger for the main event tonight.
Tag titles.
Tag titles are on the line. I didn't catch actually before this match happened that this was the match that was going to happen. So when they came out, I was like, wow, that's pretty surprising.
Yeah,
I thought I was watching Joe Gomez. My thought was they were going to give Joe Gomez and Renegade a real push at these guys. I thought it was going to be they're hurt, so like they're going to have the babyface performance of a lifetime here and get these guys over. No
way.
Instead, Sting and Luger will wrestle for them and put their tag titles on the line.
Nice
Yeah,
guys.
they said they put their titles on the line. They wanted to defend them.
They signed the deal.
Yeah, I guess so. WCW said, you want to wrestle them and put your tag titles on the line? Yes. Wait, what?
What was that last part? Wrestling?
Yeah, all right. See you out there.
So Ric Flair makes his entrance. He's got all the pyro. I mean, he's the man here.
Yes. Dude, I love, by the way, super thing maybe I just didn't notice a lot for some reason. When they do the pyro behind the big WCW logos on the stage, it looks so fucking cool.
It does. It looks awesome. Yeah, you're right. It does look cool. I mean, this is the coolest shit ever. I love the way this is set up. It's so much different than WWF was at the time.
Yeah.
I love the way
show
that
is too.
Yeah, formatted way different. Well,
Yeah.
they made the live format for the
true.
TV show stuff. So I actually really like that it came down from the left side and then the railing went all the way down. I thought that was cool.
That is fucking cool.
So Ric Flair comes out and says, Macho Man, they say lonely girls make great lovers.
Woo! So yeah, he's been stealing Savage's money through his ex-wife Elizabeth, and he also cost him a world title shot, which is a fucking ridiculous angle.
So Flair struts over to Sting and Luger before the match starts, and Sting pushes him down, which I thought was great. I mean, these guys have had to have faced 100,000 times by this point. So they're able to make this sort of magic, right? Where like Ric Flair struts over to him. I mean, none of this is called, and Sting pushes him down.
Yeah.
Like, not everyone's going to push him down, but Sting can because they've had so much history, you know.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, Flair and Arn both sell fantastically for Luger and Sting here. Like, just make them look fucking larger than life. It's
Okay,
great work.
that's the best way to put it, by the way, is that Flair and Anderson make these guys look...
Yeah.
I mean, Luger's huge, and Sting is huge.
Yes.
But
Sure.
they make them also look huge, which helps a ton. Yeah.
It feels way bigger because of how they react to him. Like, every little thing, like the whole match, you know, everyone knows Flair and Arn are like who they are, but these two are like, oh, fuck. That's Sting and Luger over there. We don't want to fuck with that.
So Flair fires away on Luger here to start. Of course, Luger no-sells it and mother effing bombs him.
Okay. Flair, I mean, I don't know if there's a count, but this is the most mother effing bombs I've ever seen in a match. Flair takes it. Every fucking Luger comeback is 3 mother effing bombs. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I don't think they called any of this. So I think like it
Maybe
was
you're
like
right.
Luger just did that because they had 20 minutes.
Flair can take it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's also fucking true.
Luger hits a double line and shoots off Arn and Flair, and they both powder.
Awesome.
Good stuff here to start. Flair comes back in, and Luger hits another mother effing bomb. And then Flair takes the buckle and runs right into a Sting right hand on the apron.
I mean, just
which is great.
fucking fantastic, dude.
Yeah, I mean, this is... Flair could have this match every day, and it works every time.
I know.
It's just good.
He does.
Yeah, and it works every time. Luger cuts himself off with an elbow drop, and
Classic.
Flair tags in Anderson. Luger tags in Sting, and Anderson immediately begs off when Sting comes in, which I thought was great work here.
Seeing Arn, I mean, not that he wasn't like a stooge too, but seeing Arn beg off is like pretty cool because he's just as good as Flair is it, honestly. He might be underrated stooge.
Yeah, absolutely. Anderson goes to splash Sting, but Sting moves out of the way. Anderson stops himself and says, "Not today," and then turns around into a right hand from Sting, which,
That was awesome.
I mean, the kings of this. Not many are better.
No.
Sting hits a running bulldog on Arn, and then a mother effing bomb on Flair. It feels like they're trolling him.
Yeah, like Flair gets in and immediately, like, it's not, he doesn't do anything. He gets in and gets another effing bomb. Hey.
So Flair powders and runs over to the VIP table and grabs a chair and throws it on the ground, all pissed off.
Dude,
His
someone threw
run
a
is
drink at him
very
here.
funny, by the way.
His run is fucking super funny. Somebody threw a drink at him here and he just fucking no-sells it, which is the right move.
We go to commercial and come back to Sting and Luger ping-ponging Arn with strikes. Flair and Sting lock up, and then Flair immediately knees him in the stomach, which I thought was funny. Yeah, the post-Seg 1 lock up, immediate knees in the stomach. I thought that was funny.
We're out of this now.
Sting goes for the Stinger Splash, but misses, and Flair heads up to the top rope. Sting cuts him off. And mother effing bombs him off the top. Sting,
Right.
Sting then hits a crossbody for a 2. Sting then hits Flair with a superplex, but Arn breaks up the pin.
Flair's superplex always looks fucking cool. I don't, he takes it like crazy every time. Always tippy top too.
Sting goes to grab Flair, and Flair pokes him in the eyes and tags in Arn, which is just great work. Arn hits Sting with a spine buster for a 2.
Looked awesome.
Arn and Sting get into a test of strength spot where Arn goes to jump, and then Sting puts his feet up and he crotches himself on Sting's legs.
Great fucking sell on this too. Like the crowd was super fired up for this one.
Anderson is doing great in this spot, by the way.
He is total fucking stooge. It's like
Yeah.
fantastic.
Flair goes to suplex Sting, but Flair's back gives out.
Dude, I believed it too. I was like, oh fuck, he fucked that up. Wait, I can't tell if he's selling. All right, this is fucking perfect actually.
Yeah, it was great because Flair goes to suplex him. His back gives out. The ref goes over to Luger because he's trying to get him to look at Flair because his back's not really giving out, which
He's
gives
cheating.
Arn time to jaw jack Sting on the ropes, which I thought was really
Bastard.
good. We go to commercial and we get a WCW magazine commercial where a kid transforms into Sting.
Yeah, dude, this better not be the Sting in this match, man. He's gonna fucking lose playing like this. Read a magazine at the kitchen table.
Justin from Power Rangers Turbo.
Shit
We
sucked.
come back and Flair is brawling with Sting on the outside. Sting and Flair go back and forth in a pin sequence till Arn tags himself in while Flair's in the backslide. Arn goes for a Vader bomb, which I thought was crazy.
I just watched
Sting
Hogan beat the shit out of Vader, and now he's hard taking his fucking moves. What the fuck?
Flair chases down Sting and tries to stop him from tagging, but he is way too late. And Luger comes in and kicks his ass.
And Luger hits the mother on Flair, of course.
So Luger hits a power slam on Flair for a 2. Arn and Flair go for a double line but miss, and Luger lines both of them out. The Giant then walks down and gets in the ring, and Luger just starts attacking him right away, and the bell is rung.
No!
Maybe not the smartest thing to do, the throw out 2 matches in a row. I get we're going to the pay-per-view this weekend, but I mean, would anyone have really cared if the Nasty Boys just pinned Public Enemy? No.
Public Enemy would have cared. That's what happened there. They got super annoying. All right, you win by fucking DQ. Get the fuck out of here. No table. Or entrance. So yeah, the fucking Giant's here, and he's now fighting with Luger. He hits a giant forearm on Luger's forehead as he rushes at him, kills him, and then he drops the straps, and he's fired up. And now here's Scott Steiner with 2 wooden chairs, and him and Sting then proceed to hit the Giant as hard as they can with wooden chairs.
Dude, yeah, the wooden chairs is funny.
So Luger, Sting, and Steiner are all jumping the Giant. Giant does the Big Show fucking knock them all off and freaking out. They all stand off. Jimmy Hart's there to beg the Giant to get out of the ring, and he gets him out of there, and the faces stay in the ring, and Mean Gene's in the aisle. And he meets up with the Giant and Jimmy Hart in the aisle, and Mean Gene says, I don't know what brought you out here. Luger was in a match that didn't concern you, which is funny as shit because Luger ran out earlier and attacked the Giant. I guess it was after his match at least, but still. And Giant said, Luger, you're a dead man. You want to be in the ring with the Giant? No rules, baby. Just the way I like it. You bring a chair. You bring whatever you want to, but I promise you, you're going to go out on a stretcher. And Giant leaves up the ramp, and Mean Gene sends it to Bischoff and Bobby Heenan at the commentary area. And Heenan is flipping the fuck out. He's pissed because he wanted to help Flair and Arn during this match and fucking couldn't do it. So Heenan's pissed. He says, let me tell you something. Savage, you're out there watching. You think you're going to tear me apart? Put your dirty, dirty hands around my body at the Great American Bash. Well, you and this whole world are wrong. I don't have any beef with you. I didn't take any money from Flair that was filtered through your ex-wife. I wear glasses. I don't want to be touched or bothered. That's what James says.
Dude, I mean, this is a great promo.
It's fantastic. Heenan is such a fucking great shithead. And so is John Madden. So Heenan runs away all of a sudden because Scott Hall is here.
Oh, I love the way this worked, by the way, where like Scott Hall came up off screen and Heenan just grabbed his shit like mid-conversation and just got up and left.
He knew some shit was going on. He wanted nothing to do with it. He was getting out of here because Scott Hall's been in trouble, so he's gone. But Bischoff stays because he has the problem with Scott Hall, and Bischoff takes his headset off, gets on the house mic, and Bischoff says, I don't want any trouble with you. I don't want any trouble with you here now, but I do have to point out, you came out here last week. Where is it? The big surprise. I mean, I heard a lot of talk, but where's the walk? And then Kevin Nash walks up behind Eric Bischoff, and he's standing there. Nice outfit, nice shirt. Scott points behind Bischoff, and Bischoff says, what? I'm here. Where is
my
he?
favorite line. I'm here. What are you talking about? I'm right here.
I'm here. And then Nash grabs Bischoff and turns around and snatches the mic, and Hall starts ruffling Bischoff's hair to fuck with him. And Nash starts going off. First Nash promo in WCW. And Nash says, you've been sitting here out here for 6 months, running your mouth. This is where the big boys play, huh? Look at the adjective. Play. We ain't here to play. I mean, that's fucking, everybody's talked to that about
that's
that
legendary.
For fucking ever. That is like legendary. And you know what? I will give him credit. I didn't know that shit wasn't an adjective until people made fun of Nash. I was a shitty little kid. I didn't know any better. I said, oh, fuck, I don't know what that even means.
That's just something cool to say to somebody when you're intimidating
the adjective.
them. Yeah.
I'm looking at fucking adjective crazy right now. Like,
shit, I didn't even know what he was talking about. I couldn't even fucking talk.
I'm shit in a diaper. No, not me. I was old.
Tony was shitting in a diaper. He was 16.
I was reading the newspaper like with my reading glasses on. Oh yeah,
All right.
No, it's a word. I know. Dumbass.
That's not right.
Dumbass. Who's this guy?
Tony's calling the WWF hotline. Hey, you fucking just said adjective.
You told me that Razor and Diesel are still in the WWF. What gives?
Which
Not
adjective?
true.
And I called them and I said, goo goo gaga, ga goo goo.
Holy shit, they got this goo goo gaga shit over there, brother. We're at WCW.
Hey, somebody get this stinky little baby off the line. Hey. Don't ever call here again, you
Hey,
stinky
listen to
little
me,
baby.
you asshole maniac.
And you just ran up a $10,000 bill for your parents on your phone. Thank you, little baby.
Well, they shouldn't have gave the baby access to the rotary phone in the fucking kitchen.
Climbing on the table for you. I mean, this shit's nuts. So Nash says, we ain't here to play. Now he said last week that he was going to bring somebody out here. I'm here. And you still don't have your 3 people. And you know why? Because nobody wants to face us. Well, Bischoff says, no trouble here tonight, man. Speak your piece. And Nash says, yeah, no trouble. Because you know I'll kick your teeth down your throat. Where's your 3 guys? You couldn't get a paleontologist to get these couple of fossils cleared. You couldn't get enough guys off dialysis machines to get a team. And Bishop says, "No, man, I don't got 3 guys. Fuck."
I have the Nasty
right,
Boys, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Public Enemy is here.
I mean, we have a lot of tag teams, actually.
Well, none that I want to pick, but you know, they're here.
What about Renegade and Joe Gomez?
No, they got taken out.
All right.
Yeah. Well, Nash says, "Yeah, where's Hogan? Out doing another episode of Blunder in Paradise? Where's the Macho Man, huh?
Hey,
doing
fuck
some
you, you
Slim
little
Jim
asshole
commercial?"
maniac, you son of a bitch. What did you just fucking
Hey,
say?
Who the fuck is this fucking
Hey, who wrote
guy?
this? Kind of burying me. What the fuck?
Nash says, "Hey, we're here. You want to say something?" And Bishop says, "Look, I don't have the authority right here, right now. You want to fight? Well, the fight isn't with me. You want 3 guys? Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, I'm going to be in Atlanta, and I'll try to get you your fight. And you know what? Live this Sunday, Great American Bash. You want to show up? You want to fight? You show up, and I'll see if I can get you your fight." And Nash says, "I don't know about you, but they love us in Baltimore." And Scott Hall says, "Hey, Big Meng, I say me and you, we be at the bash. Maybe these punks want to fight." And Nash says, "Bring what you got. The measuring stick just changed around here, buddy. Nasty boys suck."
I know. Cut the show.
I know. I mean,
cut
it's
the
just
fucking show.
they're Hulk's boys. They're Hulk's boys. Like, what do you want?
If you want Hogan to be a part of this, they have to be on the show. Cut the fucking show, man. I'm sick of talking about Brian Knox. Cut the fucking show.
Just get Jarrett and fucking let's rock. I mean, Jesus, God damn. Get the Elvis outfits. Let's cut the fucking cameras.
Kings of Wrestling, we got you. You guys are good.
So yeah, Nash pushes the mic into Bischoff, knocks him on the table. Hall and Nash pose to the crowd, and Bischoff, as James said, signals to the camera, "Get the fuck off the air." And that's how we go off the air. The Jib Cam does a shot, and we're off the air. And Kevin Nash, now in the WCW. Big moment, man. I mean, this wrestling changes forever here. Like,
That's right.
Now it's never the same legit after this very moment, which is
Not
pretty
just
crazy to think
wrestling,
about.
but like wrestling contracts in general change once Nash
The
comes in.
entire structure of wrestling, TV wise, contract wise, like pay wise, everything changes right
Yeah.
here. Yeah, unreal. And like, yeah, the Nash and Hall thing, like being back to back like that, 2 weeks, separating them, like what are the odds? I guess, right? Like that's like a fucking lightning in a bottle that they were able to pull this off this way. And you know, I know they, you know, I mean, doing the angle where it was like, hey, we're fucking from the WWF, boys. Like we're gonna fuck you up. Fucking super smart. I was like, that is more exciting to me. Oh shit, WWF is here. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah, that
Obviously,
is awesome. Yeah.
Vince didn't fucking want that, but I mean, that's a great angle. Great fucking angle. And I guess things work out for these guys.
Yeah, a little bit.
Kind of works out for everybody, except for this company.
Yeah. Damn it. No. Well, that is it for WCW Monday Nitro, June 10th, 1996, and that is it for our show.